Hey guys, so in this video I'll be showing you how to add e-commerce functionality to your WordPress website with the WooCommerce plugin. So in this case, we'll add e-commerce functionality to this law firm website. So you can click into this product here, and then you can make a booking. So if this is something you'd like to learn how to do, then watch this video. Okay, so I'll be using the website that I built for the how to build a website with WordPress tutorial. So I'll link to that video now if you haven't watched that yet to build the foundation WordPress website. So in this tutorial, we're going to add WooCommerce to an existing WordPress website. Okay, so in this case, I'm gonna add consultations as the product. So it'll be a service product. Okay, but I'll still go over, say, shipping and packaging, just if you're doing this for a physical store. Okay, so first let's go into our dashboard. Okay, and then we're going to install WooCommerce. So go here into plugins and add plugin, and then search WooCommerce, and then install now. Okay, and then activate. Okay, so now we have WooCommerce installed over here. Then you can see that in the sidebar, we have the WooCommerce module. So WooCommerce, products, payments, analytics, and marketing. So this is all from WooCommerce. So first, let's just go into WooCommerce and home. Okay, now it's recommending the setup guide. So just follow this along as it sets up the essential features. Okay, so set up my store. Okay, and then run through their questionnaire here. Okay, type of industry, so we'll say other. Okay, where's your store located? So Canada, and then your email. Okay, so now they're recommending these features. So we'll need Woo payments. So PayPal if you need that as well. So I'll just disable everything except Woo payments. So these ones over here is just for marketing. So this is email marketing. And this one as well, WooCommerce tax, is I'll enable that. So just the ones with the WooCommerce logo are the ones that I think are essential. The remaining ones are for third-party payment processors or marketing. So I'll just continue. Now it's just doing the configuration. Okay, so next is asking you to create a WooCommerce account. So this isn't necessary unless if you want to upgrade to additional features. So I'll just skip this for now. So no thanks. Okay, great. So the configuration is complete. So next, let's add a product. So I'll do add product. Okay, and view more product types. So this will be a digital product. Okay, so start over here. So I'll just clear out the notifications here. Okay, so let's do immigration consultation, 1 hour. Okay, and then over here, you can give it a description. So we'll just say in office or Zoom consultation. 1 hour. And then over here, we can add an image. So let me just get this image here and we'll use this. Okay, and then you can add more images if you're doing, say, different variants of a physical product. So that'll be here. And then categories. So I'll just add one category. So just do law. Then you can add parent categories. So this is good for, say, like apparel shops or electronics where you have sub branches of categories. And then this is tags over here. So this just helps with the search page. So we can just say immigration law. Okay, and if there's any brands that's associated with this product, then you can list that here. Okay, so I'll close out the US SEO, and this is the WooCommerce product data. So this is the most important part to fill out. Okay, so we'll say the price. So it's $100. Okay, and then it's not downloadable. So this is just a virtual product. Okay, inventory. So there's no inventory needed. But if you're doing physical product and you have the SKUs, then you would list that here. Okay, and you can do stock management as well. So you can list the amount of stock. Okay, so link products. So if you have upsells or cross sales, then you can link products here. Okay, and then attributes. This is like size or color. So if you have, say, like a toy with multiple colors, then you can link the attributes here with the different pricing. Okay, and then the advanced, this is if you want to enable reviews, then you can do that here. So I'll just keep that enabled. And then more options. So this is just the additional WooCommerce plugins. Okay. And then just Pinterest. So if you're marketing on Pinterest, then you can set up the categories here. Okay, so I think this is good. So let's publish this product. or service. Okay, great. So view product here. And awesome. So here's our product for a consultation, and then you can add it to cart and then view cart. So we still need to set up the payments. Okay, and this is a digital product, so that's why there's no need for shipping. And if you check out, then you're able to just add in your addresses here for the billing. Okay, and then next let's set up the payment. So this is good. So this is a working checkout process. Okay, so go back in dashboard, and then we'll go with the remaining WooCommerce settings. Okay, and then if you want to view your products, you can do that here. So this is all our products. Okay, so you can add more products here or delete products just by deleting it here with trash. Okay, and then duplicating as well. Okay, so next let's add payments. So go here into payments, and then you would just need to set up Woo payments here. So you'll do complete setup, and then you can enable your payment methods here and say show more. So all of these are available and continue. Okay, and then you would just need to set up your WordPress account, and then you would connect your business bank account, and then that should set up the verification process. And once it's approved, then your Woo Payments account will be linked. Okay, and again, we also had PayPal over here. So if you have that, you can install that. And then there's more options as well here, such as Stripe, Square, Visa. If you need to accept these payments as well, then you can install the additional third-party plugins. Okay, so I'll just enable offline payments. Okay, so cash on delivery. So that's they'll pay once they meet the service. Okay, so cash on delivery. So they'll pay once the consultation commences. Okay, so that's payment. So let's look at the other general settings. Okay, so if you're a physical store, then you'll need the address here. So you can add in your store address. So that's important if you're a physical store, as that's where your shipping source will be. Along with over here is the selling location and shipping location. Okay, so next is the taxes and calculations. So enable your taxes here. And then down here is the currency. So your default currencies. So it's already set to Canadian. So that's what I have it set as. So I'll do save change. Okay, so next let's go here into products. Okay, so here in the products page, then you'll set out your default shop page over here. So I'd say everything you can keep by default, as well as reviews here. If you want to enable reviews, just make sure you have these settings enabled. Okay, so inventory. Okay, so again, this is just stock management settings. Okay, so you can look through the other tabs here. So I'll just go over the main tabs. So next, let's go into shipping. Okay, so it's important if you're a physical store, you're sending products to customers, then you would need to set up a shipping zone. So let's do add shipping zone. Okay, so this is where you would set up your shipping methods. So okay, so we'll say specific region. So we'll do Canada. Okay, and then that. And then add shipping method. So it could be a flat rate, but you can also set up calculated rates. So depending on your carrier, then you'll just install the required plugin. So I'll just do a flat rate for now. Okay, so I just say $20 shipping and create and save. Okay, and save change. Okay, and then we can look here into tax. Okay, so you just want to make sure with your accountant that you're complying with your regional tax laws. Okay, so we can go here into standard rates, and then you can add in the tax based on the country code. So say it was be Canada. Okay, and then the state, say Ontario, and then the code, the city, so the rate, so let's say 13%. Okay, and then save. So this will be the tax rate for Ontario. Okay, and then you'll just do that for the other jurisdictions that you're serving. Okay, so next let's go into accounts and privacy. Okay, so enabling guest checkout. So this allows you to buy products without creating an account. Okay, so that can help with conversions. But again, if you can get them to sign up for an account, then that'll help with having them as long-term customer, as you can send them promotions or discounts. Okay, so again, just look through here and enable or disable any settings that pertains to your business. Okay, next, so email. So this is customer notifications when they send an order, as well as admin emails. So when you get an order, so these are the notifications here. So again, you need to install SMTP just so your website is connected to an email hosting platform. Okay, but if you're on a, say, a more robust hosting platform like WP Engine, then it already comes installed with SMTP. Okay, so site visibility. Okay, so once you're ready to launch, then you can just make this live. So I'll just make this live now so we can see it on the front end. So save change. So this is just important. As if you're not logged in as an admin, then you'll just see the coming soon page. Okay, great. So the site is live. So now it's point of sale. So if you have a POS system, then you can configure that here. Okay, like so. And then multi-currency, if you want to do multiple currencies, say US and Canadian dollars, then you can set that up here. Okay, so you just need to, again, finish setting up loop payments. So I'm not going to do that in this tutorial. Okay, and then advance. So again, just keeping this by default. This is more save features with the API. So you don't really need to touch this. Okay, great. So next, let's look at the additional settings here. So orders, all your orders will be coming in here. And then customers. Okay, so there I have no customers, so the data isn't showing. So next, let's go into coupons. So if you need to set up discounts, you do that here. Okay, so I'll add a coupon. Okay, so I just named this immigration law. Okay, and then you can give it, say, a percentage discount or a fixed discount. So I'll just do a percentage discount of 10%. And then you can set up an expiry date. Okay, and then if there's a usage restriction or usage limit, then you can set that up here. So you can say only a one-time use per customer or client. Okay, and then you can exclude this discount from specific products or categories. Okay, so I'll just publish this coupon. Okay, great. So this coupon is now valid. Okay, and let's go here into reports. So this will go over all your metrics for your WooCommerce store. Okay, so you can see orders, customer stocks, and taxes. Okay, and then status and extensions. So these are just for if you want to add additional features to your WooCommerce store. Okay, so status here, this is just a report about the configuration of your server and WordPress. Okay, and then next is extensions. And awesome, so you can see the additional add-ons for WooCommerce. So these are the ones made by WooCommerce specifically. You can see over here. But you can get some free plugins here, down in plugins, and then sometimes you don't need the paid version. Okay, so just make sure you check both the WooCommerce marketplace as well as the WordPress plugin store as well. Okay, so I think this is a good overview of the backend WooCommerce. So now let's just check out the store to finish off. So go here and at the top here and go to visit store. And awesome, so here's our shop. So we can go into immigration consultation, and then we can again add our product to cart here, and then view cart and then checkout. And as you see, it's adding the tax now, and then cash on delivery, and then place order. Okay, so I just need to fill this in, but again, we have cash on delivery enabled down here. So that'll go through, okay? And then you just need to link the shop to the home page menu. So I'll just do that now to finish off. So go here to menus, and then we have our shop here. So shop, add to menu. So I wouldn't even consider that a shop. I would consider that as more of a service. So we can just say services. And then we can remove this page here. Okay, and save that. So we can add the description of the services to the product page. Okay, so now we visit the site here, and then we click services here. And awesome, so it takes us to the shop page here. Okay, so great. So we were able to set up WooCommerce on our law firm website, which allows you now to book a consultation and pay for it online if you set up WooCommerce, or pay for it in person if you select cash on delivery. This is a good starting point for any website that's looking to set up e-commerce to their website. So this includes the end of the video. I hope you're able to follow along and add e-commerce functionality to your WordPress site. If you need any additional help, you can contact me at mapletmedia.ca. Please like, subscribe to stay up to date on my latest videos, and thanks for watching.